We're going to tell you about how to start your seeds from the garden in the house or the basement. And Granddaddy made this wonderful hot box, and he's going to tell you how it works to start your seeds and have your plants ready for the garden.
Well, inside, I guess I'll start with that. It's got 2 light bulbs. Don't need to be any more than 25 watts, preferably clear. I don't have but the one clear one right now. And let's see, if you can find a metal real estate sign, well, don't have to be real estate, any kind of metal sign, piece of tin. Just don't use raw sheet metal, because it'll cut you, it'll cut a little kid real bad. You put this over the top. Well, first of all, see, I painted it black so it will hold heat. And then when you put this on top of the box, and these things here.
Well, wait, tell us how you built the box. We don't know that.
What you want, the sizes?
Well, and then lean it over again to show how you put your lights in there. Yeah, we'll take any of that information.
I was going to see if I could find something to
prop it on?
Prop it up on, yeah. Yeah, that'll work. Well, don't fall off on my foot. Well, the end pieces are, it takes 2 of them. They're 14 by 14 inches high, and they're 13 inches wide. That's the end pieces. It takes 2 of those. The bottom takes 1 piece for the bottom, and let that fall off in the floor. And the bottom is 25 inches long, and it's 14 inches wide. Let's see what there's 2 pieces inside here that I mounted the ceramic bases on. It. You just get your own measurements. You don't have to.
Yeah, close up.
You don't have to go by mine, but they'd actually be 13 inches by whatever you want, 1x4 or anything to mount these.
Did you notch out for your wires with that piece of wood?
Yeah. You'll have to on the top part here, on the 2 end pieces, you just take a saw and cut down in it some way and notch out for the wire. And I got on the inside here is a little small, and on the outside too, on this end there's 2 small clamps, I guess you could call them. These are little clamp things here. All they do is hold the wire in place, and then you can see notched out so that I could get the wire out of the box, and it wouldn't hold up a piece of tin, let the hot air out of it. Most hardware stores have these ceramic bases. They're not sealed up or nothing on the back, so you want to make sure you don't have any naked wires touching this wood, because well, first of all, it might short out, and in the second place, it'll probably set your house afire. Run your wires out of one. Well, I started off down here. The drop cord. All this is just I cut one end off of the female end off of a extension cord, and you hook it to this ceramic base and run it all the way around, and put it in this ceramic base. Now they ain't mounted on no nothing. They just make sure you ain't got no naked wires, and I ain't responsible if you burn your house down. All right, you can run it off of there's just 2 25-watt bulbs, and you can run it off of ordinary little extension cord. I didn't have but the one clear bulb here, but it's preferable to use 2 25-watt clear bulbs. Then you just I'll set it up. Hopefully you can find you a piece of tin, maybe an old real estate sign or something that will fit on the top. Would lay it down or anything.
Let me add that when you get ready to plant your seeds, that you get a thermometer and lay it in several different places on here, because you don't want to cook your seeds, they won't come up, and you don't want it to be too cold, they won't come up. About 74, 75 degrees is a good temperature to grow the seeds. So,
Go ahead.
Go.
Need to check it on each end, and then in the middle too, because it's going to be right above these bulbs. It's going to be a little warmer than it is in the middle.
I get my tomato seeds from Park Seed Company. You can get your catalog by contacting them, and they'll send you one. It's got all sorts of planting information, something you'll enjoy keeping, the book itself. I order these from Park Seed along with my tomato seeds, the Park Swapper variety tomato seeds. Where is my page that's turned down? I bought these, and they last forever. You never have to buy these again. You have to buy the inserts that go in there that you put your seeds in. But I just ordered me some new inserts, but they last forever. I've had these for many years. So when you get ready to plant, these are what they look like, the inserts. And I've had these for at least a year, maybe longer, and they do tend to dry out, and that's something that you need to have them moist to put your seeds in. So several hours before you get ready to plant, put them in some water, and that will get them ready to put the seed in, and then it goes, okay, since I don't have those fluffed up. You want one? Okay.
I'm going to show you something.
Okay.
You can tell.
Okay, and then they go in there like this after they're fluffed up, just like that. And in order for you to know for sure what you planted where, because I get mixed up with that too, I labeled all of mine. I have about 2, 4, 6 of these, looks like, and I did the A, B, C, D, E, F, and this is F1 on this side. So that when I plant my tomato seeds, for instance, if I plant 6 on that side, then I make my notes. I put down here when I planted, and I put down F1 and 6 on left are Park Swappers. And that way I know, because sometimes I'm not real sure what's coming up, and if you don't know then, you won't know at any time. So I keep a record of what's planted where. I usually plant so many Park Swappers. I plant the Karma, K-A-R-M-A brand name variety of red pepper. It makes gigantic red peppers, and it also comes from Park Seeds.
Your bell peppers.
Bell peppers, they're sweet peppers. So when I plant all this, I need to keep up with what's in there. One way to keep up with your seeds and to plant them, each of these little planters has got a hole already made in the top. The hole is right there. You have to take a toothpick or this sometimes to make it where you need it. And then to pick up the seed, you dip the end of you can use a toothpick if you don't have this, and you pick up the seed, and it comes right up. You put it in. You don't put any dirt or anything over this now. It goes down in there. Use the other end to stick the seed down in there. And then you put it in, and it's ready to go. This holds the water on this one. Every one of these comes with a little tray, but over the years the trays have broken, and so I put several of them on anything that will hold water, but not a lot of water. You don't want them standing in water. You just want enough water so that when they need to be dampened again, you can pour water in it. So you can put a lot of plants here, and the way that you will know when they need to be taken out is that when you pick it up and look, there's going to be all sorts of roots on the bottom. And when if you don't plant it pretty quick, it's going to get stunted and it won't be good. So you just, there again, you take the stick And this comes out easily. It comes out much more easy than it would if it had roots, but it comes out. Okay, when the roots are showing, a lot of roots showing in the bottom, and you use this to push it out, and it's got a nice tomato plant or a pepper plant or others that you've planted in there growing, and it needs to be reset for it to keep growing. These 3-inch pots, you'll want to reset it and fill it with good potting soil. Go to your local nursery, wherever you shop, to get the good potting soil. Don't get the cheap $1 a bag. That will not work. Your plants won't grow. They'll get stunted. And you just sprinkle the soil around that. And you need to actually come on up. I didn't, but you need to come on up to the top because it will wick moisture if you don't cover up the top, and come up around your small plant with your soil. And then what you're going to do is put it back on the box, the hot box, and all of your seeds, all of your plants go on top. Nothing goes inside. You don't ever look inside only except to see if the light bulbs may be blown out, in which case you do need to do that to make sure that it's staying hot for you. But then you put this on top, and that heat just makes them jump along. And I did, when you plant the seeds and they start to come up, you've got to have a grow light. Do not buy something called a grow light. They're very expensive. They want you to buy those. All you need is a shop light. This is a shop light, and it has fluorescent lights in it. And when they start to come up, this is hooked onto the. Is that floor joist? Is that what you call it? This is hooked onto floor joist with nails and chain. What kind of chain?
Swing chain.
Swing chain that will it'll allow it to be let up and down, and you want the light right at the top of it, because it's not going to burn it. The fluorescents don't have any heat. So you want it right at the top, and what that's doing is pulling the plants straight up. They won't be stunted at all, and I've not let it down yet. I'll be letting it down as my plants sprout and start to grow. But you've got to have that, and as they grow, you can let it up because they're going to get pretty big, and then you replant them, reset them, and then when April, well, it's different times of the year according to where you live. Here where we live, it's about the middle to the last of April that you want to put it out so that a late frost won't get your prize tomato plant. Be very sure that it's after the last frost, that there won't be any more frost, cold weather, because it will kill them. It will be too late in the year for you to start over with your seeds. You've lost your seed money and your time, so make very sure that you don't put them in the ground until the ground is. These are the eggplant seeds. I put them out on February the 19th. Today's March the 11th. They'll be ready to transplant to the black pots so they can grow some more. And to do that, the roots are coming out the bottom. You can tell when they need to be taken out of this. And you just take a pencil and push up and lift it out and see all the roots that's on there. It's a very healthy plant. And I'll be putting it in a small pot, and then I will transplant it one more time to a larger pot, keeping it under the light the whole time so they'll grow straight up and not grow bent sideways trying to follow the light of the windows. And then they'll be ready to put out in about 3 weeks, probably 3 to 4 weeks. These are the tomato plants that I grew from seed. I put them out on February the 14th. I always consider Valentine's Day when I put out my tomato seeds. And I put them out in these, in the little stems that you get from the nursery. And then these here are in their first transplant, and I will transplant them one more time, and they grow very fast, make wonderful roots in here, and they'll be ready to put out in the garden.
And I see even the ladybugs are enjoying
Oh, they love the
plants.
heat that's coming out of this hot box. Yeah.